Yeah, as long as I'm within the reticle, or if you're generally close, you'll be all right. Oh, that was really bad. That is that whole sequence right there is very much why I appreciate streamers, like streamers that do this sort of full time. Because I'm not gonna lie, to talk and to manage that was very hard, as you witnessed. And then I died, and now we have to restart all the way at the beginning. But hopefully it shouldn't be too bad, and hopefully we can get to where we need to be quickly. At least that's the goal. I kind of liked what we had too. Like we had some pretty good. We had some pretty good artifacts and parasites and all that jazz. Let's see. Would actually like to hear what a Risk of Rain veteran would have to say about this game. Well, you have a few in the chat. You have the Time Child, who's speaking now. You also have Sweepies, if he is around. Both played Risk of Rain 2 extensively. This is Malignancy. Have they played this? I don't believe they have. I don't believe they have. I don't want to go up to the boss. I definitely don't want to go up to the boss. Maybe, I mean, maybe before we progress, it is worth doing like a mini exploration. Oh. See, I feel like you can't judge this game fully without fingers on the controls, to an extent, but like I said, I think once you, like for me, this is my, I'm gonna take the shotgun for now, I guess. This is my third day playing it, and if you like, I guess the first thing is, do you like these types of games? And if the answer to that question is yes, to me, I feel like it is just very, like it just plays very smooth, and it plays very fluid. Like I never really run into too much of an issue with anything. I feel like a lot of times my mistakes are my own, and not really one that I would blame on control scheme or anything like that. You do see, obviously, there's the bullet hell component, much like other games. That gets annoying, but again, it just sort of reiterates the concept, like, you control what you're doing. And I haven't really gotten to a point where I feel like the game is cheesing me or anything like that. At least not yet. That could always change as we go. Like for example, I've been in the third world this entire stream and we haven't advanced anywhere because I can't get past anything. Let's see. No, I'm not gonna take that. Proficiency is good, but by 20% though. Like I feel like I use alt fire a lot. Maybe not for like that specific gun, but for others. Oh, we got a lockdown. This gun's really bad. This far away. Oh, that thing has a projectile on it? A shield? Buckles in person, this thing's alright. Jump at me. Alright. We're good. We done? Got one more. Alright, now we're done. Alright, let's pick up. Got a lot to pick up. We got keys. We got... Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that for now. Let's see. Just a small demo of 4 rooms. Letting you try the combat. You might fall in love. I agree. I wouldn't be against that. You know, honestly, overall, I do miss the concept of demos. I just miss getting a demo disc and playing through, like, I don't know, there weren't even that many on the game, on the disc itself, like, what, 6, 7, maybe? And just sort of running through them. They don't really do that too much anymore, and that kind of sucks. Let's see, what we got? I like that. Yeah, the Switch does have a ton. The Switch has a ton. But I guess the art of the demo is sort of lost these days. Now services will just rather you pay for things and just call it a day. Oh, what's this? Complete a Xeno archive set. Oh, very nice.
Appears to represent a specific sentient. It seems so disconnected.
Ooh. Up we go. Wait, what are we missing? Oh, an opalite over here. Nah. This grappling hook is so good. They aren't confident in their product. I mean, considering how many games these days get released and reviewers, or I guess like game publications or sites, influencers, whatever, don't even get the game until literally day one because they don't want to send out review copies in advance. Alright, let's wait till this dude doesn't jump. Hopefully he jumps and we'll just stagger. That's it. Very nice. Spit. Oh, nope. We're gonna keep what we got. Oh, so here, so now, like, if you see, I'm not sure, like, how well it's coming across, but if you see me shooting, like, it's, like, you might catch a glimpse of it sort of, like, locking on its own, like, that auto aim, to an extent. Now, I mean, I still have to move, I still have to be somewhat in the area, but it does give you that aim assist. It helps. Definitely helps. Let's see. All right. got ether. Very good. Here's the gate. I want to make progress in the robot land. Let's see. Funny how the best horror game on PS4 was a demo. Yes, very true. And you can still sell your PlayStation 4 with that horror game for a decent clip these days. Even after everything. Let's see, I hate the word influencer. Yeah, it's sort of taken on a little mind of its own. At least, in my opinion. How do we get back up here? Oh yeah, up here. I think this is ether. Yes. Yeah, we don't want to. Well, I guess we should see. Start soon as an influencer. No, I am not an influencer. I'm just a guy that's playing games. Ah. Dang it. While stationary, 75% weapon damage. Oh, gotta always keep moving. Parasite. Fixes or prevents will malfunction. You know, I shouldn't have done that. Because that malfunction was actually pretty easy. Just kill 10 people. When someone unironically calls himself an influencer, I leave instantly. Nope, I am definitely not an influencer. I assure you. Please don't leave. I'm definitely not an influencer. I just enjoy playing games for the people that come in to watch. We're killed off that malfunction so quick, man. Then we could have used that parasite on something worth a damn. Okay. Have we translated this? Yes. We have a chest over here. Cat fan. If you are oh no, what is this? Oh, the blast shell. I mean, that's okay. Yeah, that picture, that emoji was when I was at PAX. Okay. Dash disabled, so how am I supposed to get through there? 2 kittens! Are they both the same sex or different? And what colors? And what are their names? Oh yeah, you're gonna change it. This game. What is this? Parasite? Ugh, greatly increased dash. Can't do that. Definitely don't want to do that. We need our dash. Siblings, boy and girl. Percy. Oh, Percy. Yes. Percy and Pepper. Very good. I definitely like Percy. Oh, I forgot if we lose a key, we get a... So stupid. I'm so stupid. Which, ironically enough, should be swapped. Pepper was the first to purr. Well, if you change their names right now, would they even know? Or is Pepper black and white, perhaps? I guess that doesn't make sense. Why would Pepper be black and white? That's not what Pepper is. It's not salt and pepper. Don't shoot. Gotta get our adrenaline back. Oh, I missed. There's a lot of botched up stuff there. Let's see. Oh. Let's see. Which are around the... She's the biggest snuggle bug when Percy is a menace. They never leave each other's side. And when one comes over to sleep, the other tag teams you from... Oh, so you are just living life with those little kittens. They can't leave each other and they can't leave you. And that's a beautiful thing. This is a key. A weapon proficiency. It would be great if we didn't just lose health. Oh, lucky. So I don't know how to get into areas like that. Unless you get like a super boost or something. I don't know. We were actually only planning on getting one. Oh, so what made you get two? Was it just you kind of saw two and that was it? You just knew in that moment? Is there a chest over here? Another orange barrier. This. Can't zip through it. So I guess that's what biome number 3 gives us. Let's see. Those who are always playing it. Oh, yeah, that's very fair. That's a fair and respectable move. And now you keep them together, and they love you, and you love them. I do not have any pets, but if I were to, I would get a dog. Personally. Alright, let's try to not fuck up this run, huh? I feel like we're going okay so far. I'm still definitely behind in terms of items and what I would want to have, but it's alright. You said Black Cat called Salem who got hit by a car the same day these two were born. Wow, really? I mean, first, sorry to hear about Salem, but really, like the same day they were born, Salem passed? That's pretty coincidental. Yeah, I feel like that's that is pretty crazy. In that sense, I think you are valid in definitely needing to know. Bonus damage, yep. Greatly increases max integrity, but you lose on the dash, and I feel like the dash is so critical. Oh, just like that. But max integrity is nice. Very important. Oh, damn. Okay. Upgraded pistol is pretty legit, I must say. Upgraded pistol is pretty legit. Where does this bring us? It? We're done? Cool. My brother and I called to tell us bad news. Apparently same day my dad has seen a friend of it. Yeah, that's like... That's too crazy coincidental. It's just... That's how you know it's just meant to be. It is absolutely just meant to be. In situations like that. And I'm glad that you were able to get them into a new home, a loving home. Nope. Gonna be some... This pistol is nasty good. This far, like, look at the damage output. Alright, let's fly. We need to get... Oof. Almost botched that up. Did something happen to my gun? Or did my weapon perfect? Oh, dang. Now it turns like a three burst. The more proficient this gun gets, like, the better it becomes. Holy hell. I'm down with this, man. Let's see. 12 weeks later, and now the house is more busy than ever. Uh-oh. Start shooting properly. Those things are kind of a bitch. Those like helicopter drones from Terminator. How much ether do we have? 7 ether. That's good. Can do a lot with that. Really wants me to use the rock gand, and I don't wanna. Can be used to recover and increase integrity. So I don't think we want to use that yet, but we can always just like hollow to it. And I think that's sort of the play, because we're gonna be here in level 3 anyway for a little bit. Oh. Alright, I'll take the risk here. I'll cleanse it just so we get that little boost. See that dude. Alright, see now we just go back. So it kind of works out that way. Now we heal. They have like all these weird story elements in the game that haven't really been defined yet. This way. Was that cheddar Swizz a good old Buddha? Because cheese it certainly was. Listen, man. I will take cheese every day. In a game like this. This game can really be no joke at times, as you've seen. So I don't mind. Oh, artifacts. Said like a true Soulsborne player. I haven't even I haven't even played that many Souls games. I've played Bloodborne. Bloodborne was actually the first one I've ever played. I've played, most recently, Demon Souls. I just beat that on stream a few weeks back. I played a little bit of Neo. I think I got like halfway through it. But that's really it. I haven't played any of the Dark Souls. I haven't played Sekiro. I haven't played anything else that might be coming out that I have forgotten. So I'm very inexperienced when it comes to Souls type games in general. Where do we need to go? But yeah, I'll cheese it. I'll cheese it all night and day if I can. I just want to, you know, we just want to win here. That's the point of the stream. We want to do our best, and we want to win. We want to have a good time. Where do you think this? Which way do we need to go? So this brings us to a secret. Might as well check it out. Oh, oh. Might as well see what they got in here. Oh, we can finally spend our obolites that we have a million of. Let's see. Alt fire cooldown. Yup. Mr. Gunn. Hello. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. What game would you compare the difficulty of this with? That is a tough question. I guess I don't know. That's a really hard question because it's like half shooter. Oh, I didn't want to use that, but it's okay. It's like half shooter, half bullet hell. I guess, I mean, as someone that didn't play Risk of Rain, I would say, like, if you thought Risk of Rain was really difficult, maybe comparable to that, maybe on, like, the hardest difficulty, but I don't really know, because I haven't, like, I've played shooters and I've played bullet hell games, but I haven't played them both like this. And when it's in this sort of format, it's a little different and a little weirder for that reason. That's a really, I really have to think about that one. That's like a really good, also tough question. Oh, as you can see, things are getting crazy. Yep. Oh, where's my thing? There we go. Thank God I bought that, huh? These things are so annoying. God dang, man. It's so annoying. Oof. They like beat the shit out of me. Difficulty and annoying. I mean, yes, difficulty and annoyance are two different things. Kids are welcome. I don't mean it like this game, like it's not a situation where it's, like, it can be annoying at times, but it's more so the annoyance comes from, like, there's just a lot of shit coming at you. How can you dodge all these things so smoothly, and I can't? So that's the part that's like, oh. But overall, it definitely can be difficult, as you just saw in a sequence like that, where you just have a lot going at you. There's a lot to dodge. Like, that's where the bullet hell component really gets in. That gets in and can be pretty crazy. Oh, I gotta shoot him in the eyes. Where's the chest? Close your eyes, man. Stop peeping. Oh, it's a malignant chest, too. I will take a chance. Alt fire cooldown. Yes. Stop peeping, man. Stop peeping. Let's see. My thing with games like this, though, is the lack of progress I know I'm most likely going to feel. See, I would say, like, if we were talking about Demon Souls, right? I would say, alright. Like, you have something there. But truly, I think this game is different. Like, this game just plays different. It... Is this the Reformer? Oh my god, I just used ETH. Oh, I need 2 more ether, the Reconstructor. Oh... This is so important. Oh. So, I really think this game is very different in that respect. I wouldn't count yourself out at all. Like, truly, I think you would, or you should give yourself a little bit of a fair shake on it. Where does this take us? Oh. Pick up a malignant key to go through a random door. No thanks. No thanks. It's gonna get crazy in here. Oh, this thing. This thing here, this thing is tough, man. It just, like, shoots out so much shit. Like, look at all that. I mean, can I cheese it? A little bit. A little bit. Let's see. A 60... Yeah. Yeah. Like, to an extent, yeah. A $60 fair shake. I think so. Like, I'm definitely not the most, what was that? I am definitely not, like, the most, skilled gamer in any sense. And I'm getting by. Like, I'm not great. I'm not awful. I'm just doing it. So if I can do it, you can definitely do it, I think. Are you a lefty? No, I'm a righty. I am a righty. At low integrity, minus 30 weapon damage. I gotta get rid of this parasite. I gotta find a parasite. This is, like, imperative. This is a really bad malfunction to have. It's a really, really bad malfunction to have, in my opinion. Oh my god, it wasn't even worth it. Oh, shnikes. Oh. Well, that's a bitch. It's like you can only choose one. And not only did I choose wrong, but... come on, I got 2 malfunctions. This is so bad. What did I do? Oh, what did I do? Weapon proficiencies, alright. Oh, no. Uh-oh. This dude is no joke. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. This is not good, man. arm clipped, and now I have to start at the beginning again. And this is Returnal. You want to know how shooters have felt on consoles all my childhood? Try making your left stick and right stick swap places. Yeah. Don't they call that southpaw? I think like in, well, at least they used to. Oh my god. This third level is so hard. And this is where the difficulty comes in. So you see? There is a difficulty component to this. I still think it's worth it. I still think it's worth the money. But, ugh. Am I ever gonna get past this? Who's to say? Who's to say? No, keep this for now. No. Not doing that. I really like... I kind of wish... Like, I'm okay with the game not having save points. And like I said, maybe I just got lucky a little bit with the biomes. And the biomes are the levels in the game. So maybe I just got lucky a little bit in that they are generally spawning gates like in an okay location. But with that being said, progressing and then dying and then having to run all the way back is just like, come on. Need Returnal on PC. I really, like I said earlier, I wouldn't be surprised if by like Christmas or something they made an announcement. I feel like a game like this, just from a graphics perspective too, is like built for PC. Like actually built for PC. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're getting bungoed by the runs here. This is a containment room. Containment room. What hurts the most too is I needed 2 ether, and I could have used the reformer or whatever it was called, and if I used that, then when I died I would have spawned right there. Like I would have been halfway home. So that hurts my soul. Not so much graphics as genre. Yeah, I mean... Uh-oh, speaking of controller, the battery's low. But, like, truly, it's... I don't know, it's hard to explain. It just, like, feels alright on a controller. Like, will it be easier with a mouse and a keyboard? Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm not gonna deny that, but... There's certain shooters I've played where they just don't feel good on a controller at all. Like, it just feels off or janky. And this isn't one of them, but at the same time, this gives you all of the auto-aim and shit like that. Or, not auto-aim, aim assist. Aim assist, I should say. We're almost at a level 1. I think. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully we get there. We got a big boy coming? big chalupa coming. Oh, kill everybody in the room already? Nice. Let's check. I really love an artifact or two.
Scout log. Atropos. This is my 10th return.
Let's see.
There are 4-meter tall.
Still think a PC is more cool.
The ground.
No, it definitely doesn't lack in the visual fidelity. For sure, it doesn't lack in the visual fidelity.
I can't tell if
Mouse and keyboard on this would be nice, for sure.
Mass ritualistic suicide.
I won't deny that.
Some of the bodies I find of myself have been marked in a similar manner. I don't understand how that could be possible.
Hopefully this helps us. An obolite extractor. As we're running through this stuff, maybe we can get a few more things. And that'll be really nice. Oh my god, scared me. Whew, scared me. Alright. Proficiency rate, but hostiles leave a pool of acid. Sure, whatever. I feel like I can get over that. Where is the door? There he is. I'll keep the pistol for now. The rooms are small enough to manage. Oh, here's the gate. So that's what I mean. Like, they give them the gate right here. Beautiful. Gyro aim? No, I cannot. That is not for me. I cannot do anything like that. I damn near despise games that have like a gyro aim. It just, like, my brain and where my hands go just do not work at all. Like, Nintendo does a lot of that for the Switch, and no, just cannot. Let's get that ether. This is definitely a situation where ether is worth it, especially if we find one of those reformers again. Sweet. Maybe not die. We have to remember also drop acid. There it is, little pools. Alright, very nice, well done. We don't have a key. That's okay. That is okay. Oh! Hey, Smoke! Thank you so much for the subscription. Appreciate you, man. Hope you are doing well. Let's see, Brandon and Hannah's not talking to each other. Story of my video game life. Smoked, how are you doing, man? How have you been? How has your move been? How's all that been going? Let's see. Pro Splatoon players all use gyro aim. Do they really? I don't know how you would do it. It just doesn't... Like, for me, I need my brain to think. Like, I don't know. I just need to feel it, like, in my hands. I can't... Like, if I'm playing... I played a few VR games, right? So I play VR, and VR's fine. Like, I can play games like Super Hot, and I know where my hands are going, even though it's, like, for the most part, gyro aim because I'm using my head to aim, and in that sense, it's fine. But when I do something like Switch, and I'm holding, let's say, the Switch in front of me, or holding my Joy-Con on my controller, and I'm like aiming it like this and going like this to turn, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work for me. Oh shit. Don't get killed by the acid. Let's see. Settling in nicely in NC, closing on a condo. Nice. Is it one of the condos that you had shown in the last time that I saw you before you left, or is this a new place that you found once you got down there? Both those dudes up. What did I drop? The nullification. No. We need the nullification sphere. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Yeah, North Carolina. Correct. This new place became available a few days after I moved. That's awesome. That's awesome. And I'm glad to hear it. I hope it all goes well with the close. I hope you get in there quickly. You don't have to spend too much time waiting. That is really awesome news. How has everything been at the new digs, Mr. Manager? Let's go down here. No, I don't want to use that. I don't want to cleanse any of this either. Waste. I mean, I know it. I don't. What's the official? Denmark, right? Denmark. Is officially DK? Let's see. He knew. Well, to be fair, I only knew because you mentioned it earlier. Let's see. Smoother than I thought, a lot of learning. I can only imagine, man. And it's only been a few weeks since you've been in the new gig, so I'm sure there's even more to learn and just manage on a day-to-day basis. Can we get to level? Can we get to level 3? And let's try to do something this stream. Let's try to do something for the group. Oh! I need a gun. We haven't moved off of this basic pistol. It's okay for right now, but this ain't gonna last when we get to level 2. Like, I'm not really progressing too far here where it like makes a difference. Let's see. Where's my 2 comfort kits? Yeah, so this game is Returnal on PS5. It came out a few months back. It is a basically a third-person bullet hell platformer. Well, I wouldn't say platformer. That was incorrect of me. It's not a platformer. Oh my god. Oh, let's not use this yet. for real? Alright, now I'll use it, I guess. Man. Spitball blast. Oh, and this is the shotgun. I'll take it, I guess, just because, but you don't get the range. Parasite, air salvage, detaches. No, I don't need that. Do not need. Do not need. I haven't touched my Xbox in weeks, I'm sure. Have you even had the time? Yeah, I don't know why I said platformer. It's like, I meant to say action platformer. It's not really a true platformer, but I guess because of the platforming elements in the movement. Like, it's very movement based, with the grappling and things of that nature. Like, you're definitely meant to use the environment and circumnavigate the environment to your advantage. So in that sense, I would say it has at least light platforming elements, if anything. Let's get that suit integrity up. There are platforms. Pretty sure it's a platformer. Yes, if only it could be that easy in the explanation. If there's a platform, well, in COD you can barely even jump, so that's the difference between this and COD, straight up. Let's see, let me just connect it to my laptop. I mean, why not? You gotta have downtime at the job, I imagine. Can't sneak a little Xbox on the laptop in between? See, like, I can't hit these dudes. Well, I guess I kinda can, but it's like, the play here is I just gotta go. Yep, I lost my adrenaline. I really need adrenaline. Now we're back again. How far will we get this time? Probably not that far. This game's starting to get difficult for sure. And I gotta get nice and close in with these robots. And that's tough. Here we go. As good as time as any. I mean, it is good, man. Like, the shotgun blast works. It really does work. But the problem with it is, like, you gotta get really close. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Holy shit. What a mistake. Ooh, what a mistake. This isn't even a boss, man. This is just a mini boss. Give me the old blitzcrank. Oh, got him. Okay, thank God. Phew. My goodness me. Yeah, let's take that level 10 pistolito. Yes, sir. Let's take that up. Let's see, let's see. I actually won an Xbox One from my previous job. Well, that's beautiful. Someone say, if you had fun, we all won. That is true. That is also true. Let's see, probably not getting the next gen Xbox. Yeah, I have Game Pass for PC. So for me, I really also don't need the next gen Xbox because I have it on PC. Let's see, one thing, Shreepy says, one thing I like better is Age of Empires 2. Did you know that a new expansion is coming out? Like another new expansion? Didn't they just release an expansion? Like last month? 2 months ago? Nope. Yep. Oh! What the hell? That boy just followed me on in here. Oh my God! Oh, mama! What the hell? What the hell is going on? August, I believe. That is crazy. Are they gonna release a PS5 version for Age of Empires? Doubtful at best. I wish they did, but they won't.
I'm staring into a breached wall. Behind the stonework.
I would love if they release PS5 Age of
Similar in
Empires.
structure to the robotic sentinels.
It is a Microsoft production,
If I
yes.
peel back my
Yes,
skin,
yes.
what would I discover hiding inside?
Is the music tense? I can't. Oh
That's
my
disgusting. I
God.
don't ever want to experience
This is bad. This is bad. I can't really hear the music too much. Like, I kind of can, but I'm also... Oh, I gotta stop running into that shit. I think this thing turns obolites into hell. What the fuck did I just do? What did I just do? Oh, can you stop running into... Oh man, I really botched that fight up. Something good, man. Not good, not good. Not good. Oh, okay, okay. There's a parasite right here, right? I think. Oh, we got double hit. Alright, so now I think this is I think the play, right, is, do we go back this way? Because over here was the parasite room, right? Yes. So if I just... Let's see. Does it let me choose? Let's see, I wonder if I'm gonna fridge. It's only tense during the fights. Sure. No, I mean, is the play to... Nope, it didn't work. My... Cool. What I wanted to do... Oh, perfect. Wow, that all just worked out perfectly. What I wanted to do was, again, sort of cheese a little bit by leveraging the parasite room to remove a parasite. My thought process was, if I remove the parasite, then I remove the malfunction that comes along with the parasite, but that's not what happened. So I actually just removed a parasite, and we are taking that. I just removed a parasite for no reason, and then on top of that, oh man, we're taking that. So then, what I was able to do was... Oh, no, not that. No, 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 no. No, it's not what I wanted. I can't talk and play at the same time. I am really bad when I talk and play at the same time. Like, what a chud. Seriously, what a chud I am. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, the whole point was, I thought I could remove a parasite and the malfunction would be removed with it. That didn't happen. Ever seen Edge of Tomorrow? Tom Cruise, right? I think Tom Cruise? And yes, I have. If it's the movie with Tom Cruise that I'm thinking of. Let's turn this on, because I'm gonna have to... Oh, the freaking acid pool, man. God dang it. Kills, I can do that, whatever. Cool, okay, this is working out. A Giga Chad. No, I'm not a Giga Chad. I said I'm a chud. If anyone says we need a Returnal movie, just say it's already made. Yeah, that's true. Person on YouTube. We need a Metroid movie. I mean, I guess Nintendo would have to let their properties go first, which they never ever do. Except, isn't the Mario movie still coming out? Or it's supposed to come out? Pool of acid shit really botching me up. Alright, let's see what we got. All fire. Max integrity. If I'm gonna buy... Yeah, let's buy the health. The health is always good. Creating a Metroid is an openly admitted alien. Yeah, but I mean, it would still be cool to have a Metroid movie. I think it'd be cool to have a Metroid movie. I mean, honestly, I would take the, like, the CGI sort of Metroid type movie instead of, like, live action. I don't know if I'd want live action. Where do we gotta go? Where do we gotta go? Oh, that way. Oh, we're not that... We're really... I don't think that far. I don't think that far, which probably means we're really far. Like, I guess my question is, can I just, like, dodge all this and just sort of try to beeline it? Oh, not necessarily animated. I mean, yeah, I guess animated overall is what you're doing. This is gonna be... Oh, this is nasty. That adrenaline up. I'm off to bed. 7 a.m. start tomorrow. I hear you, man. I'm going to not straight away, but soon-ish. Also need to call it and begin to get ready to slumber myself. Need less CGI in cinema. I agree. We need less CGI in cinema. I agree, but I also don't mind CGI. Like straight movies, like those I think are fine. I hate movies that like lean too much into the CGI component, though. It does ruin sort of the quality. I agree 100% in that respect. Oh, look at that move we just did. Water. Can we go in the water? Yes. Yep. I do like the Hollow Seeker, and it has the fastest rate of fire in the game. There's a portal here. Where does this portal lead? No, thank you. Getting tired of the billion-dollar block. I mean, the billion-dollar blockbuster genre would be fine if they didn't keep just remaking movies, like literally the same movies over and over and over and over and over again. Where do we gotta go? Oh, we're close. Where do we gotta go? This way. We have this. Oh! Okay, I wasn't expecting any of this. No dash. Make it. A glyph. Health in the water, which we can't enter, so this is a waste. Oh no. That's so they can't heal. Oh, so I don't know if you caught that, right? I just used my special move called the Void Beam, the bubble moved, and right when the bubble moved, the void beam automatically shifted. I wonder, do these robots here count as melee kills? They do. And I really should kill them all, because I gotta get rid of this malfunction. Anybody up here? Anybody to kill? No. See, I missed the movies that were small in scope. Yeah, I mean, they do have their place. They do. That is for sure. No! What am I doing in life? God, man. Okay, now we can get out of here at the sacrifice of like so much health. Oh my god. Why did I do this? Oh, it was not worth. None of what I just did was worth it. Oh, man. Heal me? I'll take it. A little is better than none. No, 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 no. Okay. Oh, can we stop? Thank God for this rate of fire, though, on this gun, man. It is so good, for real. Look at those bullets, baby. Can I just punch through the door? Yeah, let's just go. Let's just keep it going. Alright. You did it. I witnessed a person completing Bloodborne with a steering wheel. That's insane. I think somebody played, I don't think it was like anything crazy, but they played a game with a banana. Like they made the banana, like they electrified it, and I think they were able to do that. I forgot how I think they were just like punching the banana and it was a controller and it was working, and that was really interesting to see. Let's see. All the controls and interchanging items and item combos would be too overwhelming for my Mario Kart ass. Astro Playroom. Yeah, Kizzer, Astro Playroom actually probably would be more your speed, and that's not even like a bad knock. It's actually a very fun game. Oh, walked into the acid again. My good dunce. Alright. This may be a boss. I don't know. And I don't think I can beat him either, but we'll see.
I'm currently crossing the bridge.
Thank you, Celine.
Proceeding towards the tower, broadcasting white shadow. time.
So goddamn
If Helios
close.
wasn't broken, we could prepare a strategy.
Oh, it's a Xeno room.
The fact that his database retains my scans after each return. Hive mind defended by the automatons.
Mm-hmm.
They would have been slaughtered without support.
Yeah, Astro's really fun. And it uses every
That wrapping.
element of
What were
the
Severed trying
the
to
PS5
say?
controller. You do have to use 2 joysticks,
Listening.
so that part, if it's still a bother, but it's very loose, very easy to understand and move around in. It's meant to just introduce you,
One of the life forms.
so you really shouldn't have like too much trouble with it, in my opinion.
And expression. Or simply madness. Apex of the entire city. The journey's almost over. Astra, I'll find a way to contact you.
Yep, hello. Hello. Oh, dash. Big old dash. Oh, what the? And of course, right into the acid pit. Like a big old dope. Thermogenic, no thanks. Really testing the platforming skills now, huh? Dodging lasers. All the big elements are here. Oh, you saw that? Saw a little pocket right there I snuck through? Let's see. See you later, Time Child. Thank you for hanging out. The glider sections with the flying car. Honestly, I didn't think that part was bad. Like I said, the part that got me the most was the... Oh, come on. Was the monkey. All the monkey stuff, really, like... That part was annoying. But that's mostly because I couldn't figure out, like, how to, like, move like this with the controller. And once I sort of figured that out, it was alright. Alright, where are we going here? Yeah, might as well, right? Let's open the key. Anything worth a damn in here? Not what I wanted to use. Hostiles have a chance to drop resin. Nah, this one's more important. Destiny. Destiny. Where do we go? What? That's not where we were supposed to go? What? What? Oh, this is a humongous freaking tower, huh? Wow. And there's the boss up at the top there. Oh, above me. Durr. Up the stairs we go. There's a turret. Alright. Making progress. Oh no. Thought I jumped it. Thought I jumped it again. Oh shit. Oh shit.
The origin of the broadcast. A white shadow. Just like he said.
Oh no! Oh no, God, no, Jesus Christ. Well, I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna call it right there. Yep, I have to try harder. I hear you, Celine. Oh man, that really sucks. We were literally right there. That was the end. Okay. Man. Yep. New cycle, sweepies. I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna call it right on there. I'm actually a little upset at that one. Yeah, this is Returnal. Day 3. We were on a pretty okay pace with each day beating a new world. Today was not the day for world number 3. But next stream, it's not going to be for a little bit. I'm going to be away. I'm going to be on a little bit of a vacation for a week. So I will be back around this time next week. Definitely intend to have a stream. I know that I definitely want to continue playing this, but I also had a minor request for Mario Odyssey, which maybe we'll pick up after this, but we will see how it goes. Everyone, thank you so much for coming out this eve, or day, or afternoon, wherever it is where you are. Just thank you for spending some time here with me. If you aren't already and you want to, feel free to drop a follow. Definitely intend to, stream a little bit more as we go on here, but Weary Warlord, pleased to meet you. Hope to see you again soon, Kids or Sweepies. As always, thank you both for hanging out. Smoked, hope you do well. I know you're already sleeping, but I hope you do well in your new gig. Everybody else who I didn't mention my name, again, just thank you for hanging out. I will see you all again soon. Have a great rest of the week and a great rest of your Wednesday.